So I wanted to share the story about normalising secondhand. Now this happened a couple of years ago and it's been playing in my mind ever since. So I thought I would share it. We were at afternoon pickup, so we were waiting for the gates to open, and this group of mums near me, they were talking, and they were talking quite loudly, so it's very difficult not to hear what they were saying. And one of them was pregnant, and she asked the other group of mums if they had anything secondhand, like a buggy and that kind of stuff. And the other mums had just completely shot her down and said, oh, I would never buy anything secondhand. Why would you even consider buying anything secondhand? And the look on this mum's face, I could just see the shame on her face. Now, anybody who knows me knows I love secondhand stuff, and I think from an environmental point of view, it is really, really a good way to save money. But I think she was doing it for financial reasons. And this is why we need to normalise buying stuff secondhand, because when you have a baby, they're expensive. You need a lot of stuff when you have a baby, and it's not cheap either. When I was pregnant, a friend of mine, she told me that she had a travel system in her loft. It'd been in the loft for a couple of years, her kids were at school, and she said, you know, have a look. You don't have to, but you're under no obligation to buy it, so that's fine. I had an idea in my head of what I wanted from a travel system, and luckily we ended up, it was perfect. It was exactly what we wanted. So instead of spending like £650 on a travel system, I think it was either £200 and £250, and it was brilliant, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do. And I mean, a lot of the big purchases that we make are secondhand. You know, quite a lot of us live in a house that somebody else has lived in before. That's secondhand. It's not many of us that actually buy a car brand new. Yeah, my car's secondhand. I'm sure a lot of other people's cars secondhand. So if it's okay for the big purchases, it should be okay for the small purchases too. I mean, I saved so much money when I had my daughter, buying so many bits and pieces secondhand. It needs to be normalised, rather than buying something brand new that had to obviously go through the production process. By buying something secondhand, you're buying something that's already been created, it's already been made. Somebody else has used it, they no longer need it. And when it comes to babies, they need things for a very, very short period of time. Now, I know I would prefer to use that extra money on myself and my family rather than giving it to somebody else. Buying secondhand really does need to be normalised. There should be no shame in it whatsoever. So tell me, what have you bought secondhand that you've saved money on?